Gunshots, rockets, screams and blood. The horrifying morning of October 7, 2023 will forever haunt the nation of Israel. Armed Hamas militants bulldozed their way into Israel to take revenge for undergoing almost 16 years of relentless Israeli aggression. It's been 1 year since the October 7th massacre, but how did an amateur militant group terrorize a country with one of the world's strongest defense systems?
On October 7th,
On October 7th,
On October 7th,
On October 7th, on October 7th,
I was shot 12 times in my body. In my 2 legs, in my hip, left hand and shoulder were all hit.
4 members of my family were murdered and 7 others were kidnapped.
we run into Be'eri. The first thing I see is 3 young kids killed at the gate.
As rockets soared towards Israeli cities, the sound of sirens pierced the air, signaling the gravity of the situation. Hamas fired hundreds of missiles at the enemy nation, hoping to overwhelm its Iron Dome defense system. Hamas launched meticulously coordinated attacks, including ground incursions into southern Israel. The unprepared, fear-filled Israelis scrambled for shelter as explosions rocked neighborhoods, leading to chaos and panic. In the southern region, particularly around kibbutz communities near the Gaza border, Hamas militants infiltrated homes, leading to scenes of horror and violence. Many residents were caught off guard as gunmen entered their houses, resulting in brutal killings and taking of hostages. Several Israelis witnessed family members being slaughtered right before their eyes. Hamas mercilessly fired even at frightened kids. Israel's kibbutz witnessed one of the bloodiest killing sprees as Hamas gunmen murdered more than 100 people and kidnapped 30. One of the most tragic episodes occurred at the Noah Music Festival, where attendees were celebrating when the attack commenced. The festival goers were unaware of the situation on ground, and the rockets seen in the sky were not taken seriously. Within no time, fear engulfed the music festival as gunshots sounded. The youngsters ran to take shelter, but several were gunned down and desperate cries for help went unheard. Hamas cheered and rallied bodies as Israelis were in despair. Several people were taken hostage at the Noah Music Festival. Homes were burned to ashes and streets filled with bodies as Hamas raided Israel. As 1,200 people were killed and 251 taken hostage, October 7th will go down as Israel's worst terror attack. As the dust settled, the ramifications of October 7th became starkly apparent. In the hours following the attack, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the nation, denouncing the assault as a cowardly act of terrorism. Netanyahu declared a state of war, vowing to respond with overwhelming force.
אזרחי ישראל, אנחנו במלחמה. לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה.
He urged unity among Israelis, calling for resilience in the face of the onslaught. Following this, the Israeli military launched extensive strikes targeting Hamas infrastructure in Gaza, including command centers and weapon storage sites. The cycle of violence spiraled out of control, with both sides engaged in retaliatory strikes. This led to the start of the war in Gaza. October 7, 2023 marked a critical turning point in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It highlighted the need for an immediate solution between the Israelis and the Palestinians.